Okay, let's go into part two of our electrical plan. We're still moving along here. We do have some other things we need to add to our plan here before we move on. Now, I personally like to break up the electrical panel boxes where the power comes in house per floor. Um, that helps to keep things organized. They can all be on one level. So where your power comes in the house, they have a power panel box or a fuse box or breaker box, whichever we want to call it. But it may end up being on the lower level. But the important thing is to keep it organized and to keep track of all your circuits. The more we start to increase our technology, the more circuits we need into the house. So by splitting it up, it does help a little bit keep things organized, but there's a little more cost to that. But I want to show you how to place one in regardlessly. So we're going to go into our components. So architecture, components, go edit type, go into your library, and we're back to the electrical again. So we've been in the terminals. We're now going to go to the distribution. And so when we go in distribution, there's the electrical panel there. So go ahead and open that up. And when that gets open, look at your type, make sure you're not putting in a fire alarm panel. You need to change that electrical panel to power panel. That's what you're looking for. And this is about 30 inches tall. It mounts off the floor about 3 feet. I usually raise that up a foot, so it's a little higher up. And then we then go ahead and apply. Now, when we change this and we hit OK on that, we notice our elevations here. The important thing about this is it cannot be obstructed by any furniture or storage. It cannot be behind a door. It needs to be easily accessible. And they're not the prettiest thing in the world, so we want to put them where they're not going to be in too much of an obscurity. So this would be a good place to put one, except the door swing is going to run right into it. So if I place it here, the fix to make that work is to go in and change the swing of the door the other way on this linen closet, and so that you're not then block this panel at all. But that gives you an electrical panel location, and typically I would do this on each floor, but you could put them all in one area of the house that's easily accessible. The hallway here in our master area, the primary bedroom, that would be a good place to put one. Inside of a closet works good. Just anywhere you can get accessible access to it. So, but that's kind of where I chose to put it. The other thing we need to do is we need to add a thermostat. So a thermostat is also a component, so architecture component, and we're then go edit type and load, and your thermos is going to be in. Let's see if I can remember where that's going to be in your mechanical. So we then go back out of your library into the main structure there. Go to mechanical and go architectural. Nope, I'm wrong. MEP, sorry. Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. And we then go to information and communication, I believe. I might be wrong on this. Building controls. Yep, there it is. So we've got a humidistat, you've got mechanical control, and there's a thermostat. We want the thermostat. Now, typical thermostat, you'd have one per zone on your HVAC unit. This house, is what I'm thinking of on this, is that we'll put in a main zone for the basement and the upstairs, and then a sleeping zone for the bedrooms. And because we don't need to run heat in bedrooms that aren't used during the day when people are at school and at work. So we run two separate furnaces on it. It ends up being more efficient and saves money over time. So we'll have a thermostat on the main floor and one on the upper level floor plan. And I'm not in the right category. So I need to change that and go back into, I don't know what category this is going to be in. Let's try systems and device and communication device. I don't think this is the right one, but And we'll try it there in the communicator and see. Yep, there it is. Now, when we bring this in, it's still not going to do that right. Okay. Didn't like that category either. Hang tight. Okay, I am right. It is an architecture component. The problem is I still stuck in placing the power panel. So make sure you clear out of your command you're in. So we go edit type, load, go ahead and select the thermostat while you're in architectural components. Open that up. And it's just a standard thermostat. Then let's see, mounting height is 4 feet, just like our outlets have been for our GFI and our switches. And now when we bring it in, when you're placing your thermostat, it needs to be central to the house. It needs to be where it's not in direct line with like sunlight or near a stove or a fireplace. So I'm going to place it here on the back of this dining room wall. And it is literally nothing more than a circle with the letter T in it. And so we just need one. And again, you'll need one on your upper level. So it's loaded in your template now, but that gives us our thermostat. The next thing we then put on this level is our smoke detectors or fire detectors. So we're going to do that in a